Hey guys, Dylan from Noble Records. Oh boy, coming with you another little, I'm excited, I'm so excited I can barely speak. Another unboxing. Now this is a record from this box that I know I always say this, but like, you know, Farm, it was my most wanted record. But I will say that was my most wanted record because I thought I could get it. This record is so good, I never thought I would even ever see one, much less own one. And I got a chance to get one. If you notice, I've been pulling a lot of stuff out of my personal collection lately and selling it. I just sold 300 of my personal records out of my stash to kind of pay for this record. That's how much I wanted it. And I kind of had to make a deal with myself. If I buy this is the most I've ever spent on a record, like way more than I spent on Farm. And so I'm really excited to get it. But I will say that I was very nervous. The guy I bought it from had never shipped a record before. The communication was really, really bad. I was probably foolish for buying it from him, but there was some assurance that I wouldn't lose my money either way. But he shipped it, and it just took freaking forever, and the tracking wouldn't update, and I have been on pins and needles for a week because the tracking hasn't updated at all, and the amount I pay for this, which still I will say the amount I pay for it is much less than it normally goes for. So anyways, without further ado, I'm going to open this rascal. And I'm excited because it looks like he did do a good job of packaging it. I mean, that's pretty good. So we'll just get to it. But man, I'm telling you, I am so excited. I'm so excited. I've been waiting and waiting. And so finally tracking updated this morning that it was here from California. And I was like, so I've been waiting for this thing to come. Oh man, yeah, he did a good job, I would say. The amount I paid for it is the kind of thing where you're gonna have to do a good job, and he did a really good job. I'm impressed. So he did all that, and then it's also inside this. So for never having shipped a record, I just was like, man, just use common sense. You know, put the sleeve outside the jacket. You know. Okay, you ready? Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I hope it's as good a condition as he said it would be in. It's got it in a MoFi sleeve, I mean, at least. So I don't know if you can tell from that what it is. Ooh. So, I feel you can tell that what it is. It's original Fraction Moonblood. Holy crap. Man, this guy, he never shipped a record before, but he knew what he was doing. This dude wasn't playing around. All right, let me get it in there just right so you can see what it looks like. Because, like, so the original, it's like the Doors LA Woman. It's got that cover, you know? Oh my gosh. So I can't even barely move. Not now. Not now. No. All right, now this is it. I put the sleeve in so you can tell. Original Fraction Moonblood. I never, ever, ever thought I would have. Man. Oh my gosh. I can't even. Oh gosh. Now for the moment of truth. I don't have any idea what condition this disc is in. He says it plays pretty well. That's all he said. He said plays pretty well. A little bit of background noise, but not much. Plays pretty well. So we'll see. Oh man. Oh my gosh. It's trashed. I'm joking. It's great. Oh my gosh, I gotta put this on. Oh man, this is really amazing. I'm so happy I did this. I was questioning my sanity for a while because I was like, am I crazy for this? But man, this is well worth it. All the records I sold. So I sold like 300 records that are kind of mediocre, pretty good, but whatever. You know, the records that have like 3 good songs on them, but you know, sold all those because the odds are, like, when you have really good records, you're not gonna play the mediocre ones that much unless they have sentimental value or whatever. So sold a lot of those to get this one killer record. So all right guys, so I'm back home. It's middle of the night. I've been listening to Fraction all night. But this is my new copy of the original press. And this is the one I had before. So this is, it was the first official reissue. There were some bootlegs and stuff, but it's on a label called Mexican Summer. And this was a really good reissue. They only did 1,000 copies of this. I don't know that they ever re-released it or anything like that, but I usually when I get an original, I'll sell my reissue because, you know, whatever. But this has a 10-inch with it that has some bonus songs. It's got like 3 extra songs, and so I'll be keeping this just because it's got the bonus material. But a friend of mine, I only know a couple people that have an original Fraction Moonblood, but I know a couple high-level collectors that have it. And he has one, and he said, man, because I was asking him, I was like, do you think it, you think I should get it? And he was like, absolutely, no doubt about it. You're not going to regret it. You need to get it, you know? And he said, listen to it compared to the reissue. He said, it blows it out of the water. You gotta get it. And so I was been looking forward all day to bringing it home and listening to it on my big boy system, because in the shop you can play it, and it's such a big area, and the speakers are, you know, all around the shop, so you can hear it really loud, but you can't hear the details as well. So I brought it home and I put it on and I listened to it, and I did it again. I listened to it 3 times in a row. I never do that, but this record, I'm telling you guys, is so good. And then I throw the reissue on, which this is the one to get if you're going to get a reissue. This is the one to get. This is a great reissue. But it didn't even compare. It wasn't even close. It was unreal how flat this one sounded compared to the original. Man, I'm telling you, it just comes to life. So if you're going to get one, the Mexican Summer one is really good to get. They just did like a picture disc of one, and I think those are gettable, and they're like $30 or something, but at least they were last time I checked. But anyway, but this, I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. Why I like it and how I heard about it and all this stuff. I don't know how I heard about it. I think a few years ago, I heard that there was this Christian record that was just crazy. You know, it was far out and acid, like hard rock type of Christian music. And I was like, well, that fascinated me. And I've talked about this before on my channel, but because when I was a kid, I was in church all the time. My dad was a pastor, and I was a musician, and I thought, why is all the Christian music kind of lame, you know? And I always wanted that really hard, you know, Christian music, and just didn't really, I know there probably was some, but I didn't know of it. And I started listening to, you know, Black Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, if there could be like a heavy Christian music, that would be great, because then I could be like, hey, Dad, this is Christian, you know? I didn't know about Fraction Moonblood, but I learned about this record, and I learned about these guys. They were 5 working class guys. They all worked like manual labor, and they would get up and practice at 4:30 in the morning before work every morning, and they would record and practice and mess around before work every single day, writing songs and all that stuff. They got a limited amount of studio time. They recorded this record in 3 hours. And it was 5 songs. They were all one take, no overdubs, no multi-tracks, nothing like that. It was all at the same time, all 5 of them at the same time. They pushed record to say go, boom. And they recorded the whole thing one take. And it is incredible. It is a monstrosity of a record. If you've never heard this record, it blows my mind that someone could be sitting and listening to this while it's being recorded and not being like, this is the most incredible music I've ever heard. The guitar is so heavy. The guy uses, like, you could tell he uses some heavy distortion pedals. He's got, I immediately can spot a univibe, which is what Hendrix uses. Very unique tone that Hendrix had. It's a univibe pedal, a wah-wah pedal, obviously, but incredible guitar tone. And it's tasteful too. Like a lot of these records, like the guitar solos are so out of control, and they're so fast, and there's no restraint. And restraint's a beautiful part of a guitar solo. You gotta have restraint. And he has restraint, It blasts it when he needs to. He holds back when he don't. Really killer stuff. And then the vocals are out of this world. It's like Jim Morrison, but better. It's unreal. The vocals are incredible on this record. And the rhythm section's tight. Everything else is good on it. But I think hearing it for the first time, hearing how wild it sounded, I just was infatuated with it. I've had several reissues. I've listened to this record so much it's not even funny. And the bonus 10-inch is pretty good, but it ain't compared to the rest of the stuff on the record. One side is like I think it sounds like a live jam or something, and the other two songs are kind of like slow, whatever. But every single song on this record, there's 5 songs. Every single song is an absolute heater. Just incredible record. You can stream it anywhere. I just highly suggest you listen to this. And like I said, there's so many reissues out you can get one. But I thought I'd talk about it for a little bit. It's just incredible that I was able to get one. I think I said it before, but only 200 copies ever made. And I was actually able to talk to the seller I got it from a little bit more. I ended up getting to talk to him a little bit today. And he said he found this at a yard sale, like recently, in California. So, and he said he bought it because it looked a lot like L.A. Woman, and he knew that was worth some money. So he didn't know what it was, but he bought it. So it was a good instinct on his part. But man, I'm so thrilled to have this record. This is one I really honestly, I know I say this sometimes, but I really never thought I would have this record because it's so out there. But I'm very happy that I sold the ones I did. And, I'll listen to this over and over and over again. What I did was, because this is a window, a lot of times it gets torn on the edges. And so I put it in a sealable sleeve inside another sleeve. So it's not going to be touched. It's not going to be pulled out. It's a very delicate cover. But man, I just thought I'd share that with you guys. It's like monumental for me to get this record. It's so huge. I know this sounds crazy, but this is bigger than me getting Farm, because Farm, there was 1,000 copies. Not as many people know about it, but this is one of those, like, as far as like people that really like heavy psych, this is the holy grail, I think, for anybody. So, anyways, thanks for watching this video and hearing me babble on about just one record, but it's a special one. So anyways, y'all have a good one.